Hello people, Seku-Senpai here, and how's it going my fellow doctors, my Arknights players, fans, or anyone who's just watching this video? Hey, what's up? The Siracusano event is over. It's actually been over for the past few days now. It just took me a while to actually edit this video. Next week, I'll be back to a regularly scheduled program, hopefully. But yeah, I really wanted to have this up since this event was so freaking good. I feel like as it progressed, it just got better and better. I say some more thoughts throughout this video, since I know in my last video, my last upload, it was Siracusano Part 2. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I said that I had some audio problems. For whatever reason, my microphone just was stopped at parts. For parts in the beginning, for the latter half of this, it'll be a lot of my commentary just talking about my thoughts on the stages and the story, because at that point it was like the last day of the event and I was like, okay, I'm playing this late at night. That'll be in the later half of this video. Also will give me a chance to actually say some of my thoughts on this whole event. Pass me, do this. He will do this, yeah. You about to recruit him back? You about to bring him into back the mafia world? Like, it's gonna suck. You're always welcome back.
Oh, hell no!
Heck no. If I was able to get out, for whatever, I don't know how he got out or whatever, but yo, I'm staying out. I'm staying as far away from Siracusano as possible, man. Oh yeah, forget about Lavinia. I forget she has her own story in this too. I feel like, I know she's like important, but I feel like she's just been kind of there, or maybe her whole plot line hasn't been as intriguing to me as, I don't know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, maybe I'm not as invested in her storyline. What are we zooming into? Oh, she's like, oh, what's he doing over here? Yo, everyone's gonna be in the same place at once. That's gonna be interesting. This dude, this Sancta guy, a Sancta girl, and he's a site in Siracusano. The Sancta are interesting because I don't know much about them, but from what I've seen here and there, based on just characters speaking, it's like, so Sancta could sense other Sancta like emotions or something. Oh yeah, okay, so this ties into like the animation. Lapland back here doing our thing, taking all these mobsters. We got Texas over here, looking cool as always. Yeah, then Giovanna been looking forward to seeing her. Texas. Yeah, they didn't expect that. A most wonderful performance has begun. Yo, this is intense. It's like every time I get super hyped, then the guy hit me with this. So that's gonna be enemy walking around this way, or
What is that?
this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck a lot. Be nice seeing this battle right here. See how this turns out. Yeah, y'all moving there. What are they doing? What are they doing? Can they like move? I'm actually thoroughly ticked off about that. These guys over here hanging out like it's a fan club for Murdoch. That's actually kind of funny. What would be another tactic I could have done? I'm just thinking about it. Like, actually no, because they go up this way. I could have done something right here. Nah, I like this. I'm gonna change this. Mission accomplished. Okay, that was actually way easier than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be difficult. Haha, there it is. If I can break through the front, I'll just have to make a path. What, you about to burst through the wall? Yo, so Lapland just does whatever. We got the balloons over here too. We got the Rosales, we got the balloons, we got the Saluzos. Well, all the groups. Trying to get it this way. Stop her. Who said I was going up? What? Explosives? Get out of here. Oh man. They're like, what, Lapland? Of course, if this explosion has to be Lapland. She already burst through like the courthouse earlier with a truck. Oh, then Texas break. Wait, move. She had her weapon in her instrument. How did she even pull that off? The path opened by Lapland is doing its job. Only a short distance separates her from her old friend. What I want isn't very complicated. With Carice's death, the seat of Ministro de Lavori Publici is now vacant. You must be thinking about who the most suitable candidate is. Who, you? I don't think there's anyone else better suited than me. No! Martrubio is like the nicest person in this. There's nobody else in the empty room. Texas immediately realizes what's happening, but it's too late. A knife is already up against her neck. Oh, that's where we leave off in the trailer. Okay, I like that. I like it all circles around. She wears a radiant smile on her face, her expression full of longing, as if the murderous intent from a moment ago was a lighthearted joke. Long time no see, Selenia. Long time no see, Giovanna.
投稿を拒む者には容赦ができん。
What a section that was. So it was around this part my mic actually went out for whatever damn reason. I don't know why, but my microphone just said screw it. I know that I was really interested in the conversation between Giovanna and Texas, going into the background there, which was really nice. But what I found most interesting was mainly that interaction with Lapland talking with Sora, and like they were like, hey, yo, what do you think about Texas and stuff? Because I don't know, I always found that the interactions with Lapland and Texas were really interesting throughout this whole I say singularity. Oh my gosh, think about Fate Grand Order. In this event, Lapland and Texas, I don't know, it was nice like getting to see parts of like their past and then their background and seeing what's going on with these two, because I feel like just from this promotional stuff, I know that these two are like polar opposites in a way you could say, but like two sides of like the same coin in a way. I don't know how to like best word it, but it just seems that they have like a really complex relationship. And I know that later on in this, they actually talk more on that, and I'll probably say some more thoughts on that, but yeah, I really like that. It was nice actually seeing that Dan Brown. He actually turned out to be like a more important character than I thought he was going to be. Yeah, overall, this is a pretty solid section. Definitely one of my favorite episodes. Or not my favorite episode. One of my favorite parts was like the whole like opera, not opera, but the whole, theater, that whole section. I think it was like 2 sections or 3. That whole like chapters were just really intriguing, and I really liked it. Now the stage for this section actually wasn't too bad as well. I mean, it did take me a couple of tries in the beginning. I mainly went with this setup, which worked for the most part. In the ending, I think I just traded out operators if one person died, put in someone else and whatnot. So I was going for more of an offensive style in the beginning, I think, and that obviously wasn't working because of the whole blood ledger thing. Am I saying the right thing? The blood ledger, is that what it's called? The big old meter on the top, like it's Elden Ring. But at the end of the day, I was able to take care of business. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, this might be my limit right here. Elite 2, level 10. I guess I'll see how this plays out, everyone. I guess I have to wait. I have to see how this plays out. Lavinia. It's like they broke up. I mean, I felt like there was some romantic things going on, maybe, but... Or even their friendship in general, just like... Secretary Rubio... Yes, like she calls him still secretary, exactly. He ain't Carisi in Carisi's position yet. What was that? I saw my sister to meet my friends. At least, if that's the way. Oh, Exusia has a sister? I didn't know that. Wait, is she that girl on the wheelchair? I remember when I opened up BlueStacks, whenever I opened up Arknights, they used to have like an image of Exusia and some girl on the wheelchair. Maybe that's his sister. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's some other Sancta. But that's interesting. Deep down, you know the truth. Selenia's visit has greatly affected Giovanna. Oh man, he's trying to use persuasion. He's like, hey, hold up, man. You know, Giovanna's been acting different since Selenia's around. She's growing soft. It's like, bro, come on. Oh, Capone, I was missing y'all. I was wondering where you and the other dude went. What's his name? Ballard? I got no clue why the two Famigli actually started working together, but there's got to be another reason for it, right? You know that by helping the Balloons, you're also helping her. And that's before we talk about how you gave her a hand in yesterday's assassination. You say you want to prove to her that Syracuse is a swamp you can't escape, but it looks to me like you're trying to help her escape. Ooh, that's true. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but that did come across my mind because I was like, yo, it seems like Lapland's actually helping her more than anything. Yo, what's happening here? Alright, Sora. Yes? I had a flash of inspiration just now. I'm always thinking of how I wanted the grand finale to play out. In my story, I thought she should meet her end just like a Siracusan would. Surrounded in a narrow alley, incinerated by a car bomb, so on and so forth. These little excerpts from reality are so overused that they've turned into their own tropes. I want to escape the tropes and in this story have her become the least Siracusan. Huh. I've been trying to find the Siracusan archetype, but I haven't been able to define it. That's the source of my writer's block. But right now, things are starting to come to me. Ooh! This is Donna, no Giovanni. He said he went by the first name. He didn't call her Donna no more. It's just, I don't think this is how things should play out. The way I see it, some things can only play out like this. Oh man, two perspectives clashing. Oh man, this is gonna be that stage, man. This is gonna be that stage. Holy cow, this stage was actually one of my favorite stages in this whole event. Definitely one of the most challenging event stages other than, you know, the final battle stage, but this stage was, I don't know, I think it was just so creative with the actual street with the cars and then the pedestrians or walking in between there. And I don't know, why is it that I always find the most difficult stages are often the most intriguing to me for some reason, which I don't know, it's a love-hate thing where I'm yeah, I want to play the stage because it seems so fun and has some interesting mechanics, but they're so difficult. And I was looking back on my recording, I was seeing how long this took me, and this stage took me an hour. For some reason, I thought it did not take me that long, but yeah, it took me 1 hour to go through this stage. Multiple attempts, multiple fails, and for the longest, I was dang, I could look this up, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to look it up. But since I was also on a time crunch with, you know, trying to complete this event, I was okay, after 5 tries or 6, I'll look up how to do this. And just as I was looking up how to do the stage, once I opened up the video and I saw their lineup, when I saw the operators they were choosing, I was hold up. Beam, beam, beam. I got a good idea. In the end of the day, yo, that worked. I did have to get a guest operator for this because, I was not going to be with my operators. Maybe I could have been with my operators. I mean, I will never know since I won't ever be able to redo that stage. More or less, it actually turned out to be similar to how they were doing it in the video. They just had more of a had more defenders lined up for it. Basically, I was able to figure it out, and I'm really happy with the results, and then that I was able to make it work out, and on my own, you know, I figured it out on my own. That's the main thing, me figuring out on my own. I'll control all, new and old. Everything will be at my disposal. Everyone wants to be in charge. Everyone wants to have that control. I'll be in charge. Everything will be at my disposal. I'll run Siracusa. It's gonna be the same thing that happens all over again, surely. Got the booze, Wallace. What's this for a final drink? This is messed up. I hope Giovanni doesn't get killed. I'd be sad. Do it. The sound of sharp metal slicing through flesh appears in the alley. Its quick drowned by the sound of the falling rain. Did someone come through, or tell me what happened? Texas knows she's already too late. The alley is scarce by traces of battle. The blood spreads out across the ground. Her gaze goes to the source of the bloody water, where a familiar figure lies fallen. Her heart quivers. Giovanna! Oh no. Hey guys, show me Rubio's stank self, man. And I knew Lavinia wasn't going to join along, of course. Accomplice, that's rather extreme choice of words. Yeah, puppet. So for the remainder of this video, like I said in the beginning, my microphone, I had my microphone off since at this point I was recording late at night. This whole section of the Rubio was interesting because throughout this whole I keep saying singularity. Throughout this whole event, from the beginning, I feel like you knew that I wasn't really vibing with Rubio. I felt like he was just a character that I just really did not like. And this whole section right here just did a whole 180 on me, where I was like, dang, Rubio is actually the homie. He got this position and he said everything he wanted to say about Siracusa and affecting the people, and like, oh my gosh, it was just like, I don't know, something about the way the storytelling in this whole event was just so solid. Il Siracusa is the way the characters were presented and like the actual character development that we get to see progress throughout this. All these characters went through so many changes throughout this, and I don't know, it was just so solid. Just the way it was told and presented was just so well done. Yeah, I mean, in the ending here, Rubio got capped by that dude Dan Brown, but his words did touch him, and oh man, so I just like the way they set things up too. It was like, oh man, it's not just him saying this and him just being like, oh man, let me think about this a bit. But no, bro actually changes his way down the line. I mean, at least to him meeting an unfortunate fate, but it is what it is. Bernardo's character was also interesting. I mean, in the ending, he was really, it just turned out to be a thing where it's like, oh yeah, this dude Bernardo planned it all out. Leon was like, oh, you planned this from the beginning. He was like, yeah, it was me, Dio. The stages itself was interesting. Lapland talking to Texas again was nice. Dan Brown confronting Alberto only for him just to be killed right there was kind of sad. Like, that was one thing I didn't. Oh yeah, Lunica also showed up. I know I'm kind of like jambling, like just speaking all over the place, but I'm just literally just skimming through my recordings since Premiere Pro's being so laggy. But Lunica was also okay. I mean, not much to say about her character. She was just. I mean, I know her importance in the storyline being one of the fangs or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say about that. I mean, I guess there's nice little world building stuff right there with her character and other characters in the world of Arknights that are also like fangs and associated with that stuff. The stage for this section actually wasn't too difficult for me. Since I saw it was like Elite 2 level 10, I don't know, whenever I see a stage that's like Elite 2 level 10, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Or at least that's what they recommend you have. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to do well in this. Only for me to actually do super well with this. Like, I don't know, I felt like this stage right here was actually way easier than the previous stage with like the road, with like the cars and stuff. Back to the story though, oh yeah, we had Leon confronting Bernardo in the church, which was, man, that was a nice little scene right there. Little did Leon know this would be his last chat with his dad, which, you know, then later on Bernardo, he gets killed by that dude Zaro. Yeah, Zaro over here killing him. I was like, dang, no, not Bernardo. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to happen eventually, but there was that. Next was the final stage. Lavinia meeting with Leon finally. Then like everyone coming together in the ending was, I don't know, everyone then Lapland confronting her dad and whatnot. That whole conversation too. Man, so much was happening in the finale. It was like everything that they built up to that point was just so good. The final battle though was, oh my gosh, this stage was tough. Because, you know, I did not know that this dude Zoro was going to be the boss battle. For some reason I thought Wallace was going to be like an enemy that we'd have to fight eventually, but it turns out he wasn't. But this dude Zoro was a pain in the butt, man. And you know what sucked most about doing this stage? The fact that every time I redid it, my game was actually lagging. My screen froze at parts, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, stop lagging, don't do this to me. I mean, I had to bring in like a guest operator because I was a friend operator, and I was like, dang, I cannot beat my people. And in the end, Surtur was the one who came in clutch. I know that Surtur's like a super popular operator, and I know that they're like super OP or something, so I was like, okay, Surtur's perfect for this stage. And in the ending, I figured out what I had to do, take them out in the beginning with their first phase, and then in the ending, figure things out. And in the ending, I'm glad that I stuck through it and was successful. Difficult freaking stage, but I'm glad I was able to get through it. After then, everyone coming through the fight against Zara was just so cool. It's like an Avengers end game, Avengers Assemble moment. Everyone comes together to fight against this one enemy. And then in the ending, that dude, what's his name? Emporio showing up with some of the wolves. I was like, what? Even Emporio showed up for this, man. That was so good. This is Cecilia, whatever. Her showing up finally, and then them having a chat with her. Lapland and Texas fighting one more time, and the way, I don't know, the way it was just executed was just so good, man. Because it was like, dang, Lapland, what she asked her? Texas, do you see me as a friend or an enemy and stuff? And then Texas was like, what did she say? I see you as both or something. And then Lapland said, yo, I'll take your hand as a friend. I was like, what? You're gonna make me cry. Wait, do I have my face cam for that? I think my face cam shows. I was like, oh my gosh, hit me in the feels right there. I really wish I had commentary for this section. It would have been so damn good. For the finale, I don't think that I have much else to say in that final section. Actually, no, I take that back. Seeing Crown Slayer in the ending was a surprise, and then actually seeing Gray was even more of a surprise, because I was like, wait, that's her name, right? Gray? No, Project Red, my mistake. Because I was like, oh snap, yo, this actually kind of cool. Then Leon burying his dad and talking with Dimitri, and yeah, and then Lapland was with Zoro in the ending, fighting in the wasteland, and what they ended with the word savages or something. Man, overall, this was a really solid event. My favorite part of this event, though, was probably seeing, like I said before, seeing everyone's characters and just getting to really flesh them out throughout this whole story, and like seeing them from beginning to ending and seeing how they change and develop based on the events that's going down. Especially Lapland, more than anyone else, I think I enjoyed seeing Lapland's character. For one, this is my first exposure to actually seeing Lapland in the story, and actually seeing Lapland in general. I don't think does Lapland ever show up in the main story? Let me know, everyone, if that's the case, if she ever shows up. Seeing her story from beginning to end throughout this, her past with her father, seeing how her past with Texas is also a big thing. She saw Texas as a rival, and then she was like, oh man, I want to kill you, and then those two trying to fight each other and whatnot. Then Texas being like, yo, I see you as both as friend and an enemy, and then Lapland be like, take my hand, friend. I was like, woo! I don't know, that the whole scene was just so good. And then her also confronting her father too, that whole resolution in the ending. Hopefully, I feel like there's so many other things I wanted to say. I probably had so much to say while I was playing this, but I wish I got to write stuff down. But anyways, these are just my off thoughts right here, just skimming through my own video, my own recording. Unfortunately, like I said, I really wish I had more time to actually play this. One thing I wanted to do was actually live stream, but like I said, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. Then I was also a little sick. I had the cough thing. I'm actually a little better now. One thing that happens is if I talk too long, I start coughing. I actually have a cough drop in my mouth right now. That's why I'm not coughing right now. That's why I realized it's like if I talk for too long, I start coughing. But it's getting better. My sniffles are gone. I'm less congested now. Yeah, that's good stuff all around there. So anyways, again, thank you for tuning in for this video, and let me know what your thoughts are on the whole Siracusa event. If you enjoyed some of this commentary, I'll see you on the next video, which will either be, most likely the first one will probably be my second part to integrated strategies that I've been wanting to put up for a while now. And then after that, I'll probably have episode 5 up, because I'm going to record some stuff for that probably tomorrow. I also get to show my new operators too, so I'm looking forward to that too. I got a bunch of new people, I got a lot of senior operators. I'll just leave it at that. I won't say who I got, but I got some good people, y'all. I got some good people. Anyway, see you all later. Have a nice day. Peace and out.